Hey guys, it's Aidan Irene. Welcome back to my channel. Finally, we are on our second video for our speed building around the world. So I'm super excited. So as you know, we spin a wheel to find out which country we get, and then we create a home or any sort of building that's typical for that country. So let's just get straight into it. Let me bring up the wheel. Da, 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 da. All right, here we go. Let's click to spin. Where are we going this time, guys? I'm super excited. 1, 2, 3, 4. Canada. Yay, how excited. How exciting. Yay, that's awesome. I'm really keen for Canada. I have an idea in mind already when I got Canada. It was to do a Canadian log cabin. Now, I got some inspiration from a place in, let me just bring it up 1 second. The inspo was in Lac-Supérieur in Quebec, Canada. So, very pretty. Obviously, Lac-Supérieur is Lake Superior in English. So it's in the Laurentian Mountains due east of Mont-Tremblant Resort. So it looks super pretty, the area. It's obviously in the French-speaking part of Canada. It's also, yeah, it's pretty much just a really nice community just south of Lake Superior, and yeah, it looks super nice. It looks beautiful when it's snowy. It looks beautiful when it's in the summer. So yeah, I got some inspo from that. So I decided to do it in Granite Falls, obviously because it's just the perfect sort of picturesque scenery that I was going for. And I picked this lot, which I never remember the lots that I pick, which I'll put in the description. It's got lake at the back, sort of, with the mountains, and this cabin that I got inspo is pretty much similar. So they had this beautiful place, and you just walk down a path, and they've got their own little deck that goes into the water, so they've put some chairs on there. I'm pretty sure it was a Airbnb, so you could rent it. So I decided to do a cottage that you can have as a residential. Like, yeah, go for it. But it does have some aspects of it being used for when people go on vacation or holiday, and they bring maybe extended family as well. So they bring a few kids, they've got a teenager maybe. So yeah, I did do that, and I added some really cool stuff. So there's a basement level, which you'll see. So I'm really happy with this build. I apologize again for the delay in, it's been about a week since I've uploaded, and I always say this, I know, but it's the end of my uni, and I do a double degree, so it's just, I've had so much stuff to do, and I've had group work to do. I hate group assignments, but we all have to do them usually. Yeah, so that's why I haven't been able to bring out any content the past 6-7 days, unfortunately. But I pretty much smashed this out last night. I was like, no, I need to finish this build and edit it today, which is what I'm doing finally, and I'm having a break from uni, so that's really nice. And then I'll also be filming my next Let's Play in that series, in the Build Newcrest Legacy Challenge. I'll be doing that tonight, and then I'll be editing that tomorrow, and I'll have it uploaded. So I'll have 2 videos for this week, which is what I promised on my Twitter. Now, I did, as you can see, I did start with a darker log, but I just didn't like it. I wasn't vibing with it, so I changed to this lighter wood slat sort of thing, with the stone sort of feature wall. And I've got a few different foundations, which I took it from inspiration from the the cabin that I saw, which they sort of did. So it looks like it's been originally built on a stone foundation, but then over the years they've added a deck, or they've added a sort of a front porch that's just easily been added onto, so that wood sort of foundation there. But then also they've done a veranda, a deck out the back, but that's been added onto, so that's on slats, which I really like, which is really cool. And I like how I wanted to sort of match the scenery where it's quite mountainy, hilly, where the home is level with the ground as you go in, but then obviously at the back you're actually quite high, which I actually had a home like that in Queensland, which was really beautiful. You'd go through the home like level with the ground, and then as you'd go further and you'd end up out on the balcony and you'd be like 3 stories high, 2-3 stories high. Like, it was super crazy. It was really cool though. So yeah, I wanted to sort of mimic that idea, because you know, you're out on the back and you're looking at this beautiful scenery. So yeah, now I really wanted to stick with the use browns, because you know when you think of cabins, log cabins especially, you think of sort of woody tones obviously, but also I wanted to stick with using the pack that Granite Falls, so whatever that pack, what is that pack? I could never remember the packs, but the Granite Fall pack. So I've used, and I used a lot of base cam windows and stuff like that. I ended up using a few packs, but honestly it doesn't really matter, because if you download this, it's just going to replace it with something else. So for example, for the kid, like I have a kids room later on, you'll see that I used the kids pack, which I actually really like, because they've just got some cool pieces for, you know, kids and toddler sim sort of thing. But if you don't have that pack, it's just you're gonna download it and it's gonna go, some items were replaced. So it's not that bad. I always tell people that, I'm like, you can still download it, it's just gonna replace it. So even if you don't like the item that it's replaced, you get an idea of what it's you know, what that item was. So if you're like, oh, obviously this is the bedroom, but I don't like the bed that it's been replaced with, so you can just easily be like, well, I'm just gonna change it to a bed that I like. So yeah, don't get discouraged when you see lots of packs in the only ones that you lose all sort of content is if you download a home that's got quite heavy CC, because it doesn't recognize what the heck that item was, so it doesn't replace it with anything. I remember before I realized like what CC was, this is years and years ago, I was like downloaded a house and I went in and I was like nothing in there, and I was like, what the hell is this? Like, so yeah. Anyway, so I really wanted to do, as you've seen in the Irish, when we went to Ireland, I love landscaping and stuff like that, so I wanted to make it really just that woody Canadian wilderness sort of thing. So I did look up some pictures, and the place that I got inspiration from was, you know, there was rocks everywhere, there was lots of, you know, grass, there was lots of sort of greenery. It was really nice. But yeah, so I wanted to sort of mimic that. But, you know, and there was lots of earthy tones, like, because, you know, obviously it's that sort of, a lot of people go there to go hiking or do a lot of the nature sort of stuff like swimming and that. So it's, you know, we don't really get in Australia this sort of landscape. To be honest though, you can go up into the Blue Mountains, and if I made a house which is in New South Wales based on a place like Airbnb in the Blue Mountains, I would probably use this world, because it even though it's not as green, it's still sort of that lots of trees everywhere. So yeah, and lots of rocks everywhere. So yeah, I really liked doing Canada actually. Another one on my list that I've never been to Canada. I've got family in the States, which I've been to the States many, many times. I've lived in the States, and but I've never been to Canada, unfortunately. My mother and my late father got to go to Canada for one of their really good friends. They got married in Canada, so they went to Banff. So I was super jealous of that. Really beautiful place. I love sort of nature. So Canada, I would love to just go and just spend hiking and just swimming and stuff like that. So I would definitely go in the warmest season because I love swimming. So yeah. Anyway, just here, I wanted to do the stairs out the back. So it's like obviously the deck's been added onto over the years. So they've sort of put stilts up to hold all the stairs up, which I think is cool. And just doing that, that grass everywhere sort of thing, because this side of the house it's not really used. Like, you don't go down that way because it's got a bit of an incline there, so you wouldn't want to go. So my idea was that, yeah, like the family, you'd go through the deck, but if you wanted, you could just go around the other side of the house. So you'll see me do a little pathway, which I thought was really cute. And I swear to God, because I did this build over a few nights because I've been so busy with uni, and also I take a bit of time doing my builds just because I get quite detailed. Here I am just struggling with the chimney. So I was like, meh. I spend too much time on detailing just because I really like it. So this video, I cut a lot out, like not major stuff, but you'll see me fade to another screen, and I've done the balcony or something like that. It's just because it was just getting so long, and I was like, I can't upload this. Like, it's just way too long. Yeah, so I love doing the landscaping sort of thing, but I've got to get a bit quicker, I think. But what can you do? But yeah, that's what I get distracted so easily just chatting away. Sorry if my voice sounds a little bit funny today. I didn't sleep at all last night, so I'm just drinking heaps of water and lemon, and I've got my coffee as well. So I apologize if I sound a bit croaky. It's because I woke up and I just was like, oh, I did not sleep well. So yeah. And oh my goodness, that's what I was gonna say about the landscaping, and then I got distract myself. This glitch, I've looked into it, and I think a lot of people experience it, is when because I was building this over a few nights, the first time you leave the lot, it wipes out all your land, like your terrain paint and stuff like that. Because I did about an hour the first night, and then I was like, I'm tired, I need to go to sleep. And I came back and my entire terrain area was gone. So instead of subjecting you to see that of me doing it once and then having to do it all again, I cut that out. But it's just so frustrating. Yeah, let me know if you guys have that problem, if there's a way to fix that. Or if it's something that just happened and it's never been fixed, let me know. But it's happened a couple of times, and it annoys the crap out of me, especially if you're doing really detailed lots like this, or like places that, pretty much exactly like this, you get a lot of detail. So it really annoyed me, actually. Yeah. So so I've got that path, which I think is really cute. So I'm just doing a little bit more detailing. I just think it gives it more depth and just more, lived in. So yeah, so now you can see I've just jumped a little bit. And this is what I mean about the cabin, like as in it's been made to be an Airbnb. So we've got like a sign there of the map, so it'd be like, hey, you know, this is the local area, it's a national park, blah blah blah, but this is our cabin, just, you know, blah blah blah, here's the area, this is where you are, sort of thing. But on the other side, that tree there, it's like, you know, maybe like the house sign, that to be like, yeah, that you're in the right spot, sort of thing. Yeah, so, and I've just added all those beautiful trees to match the surrounding areas. And then as you can see at the back, this is what I cut out because the terrain disappeared on me, and I was getting really cranky with a lot of items, because when you've got different terrain levels, items don't sit, they just float. So I just cut out me just going absolutely berserk trying to fix that. So as you can see, I've put a little ring toss, which is you know, perfect for this environment. It came with the pack. I've got a camping area, so you know, if you're feeling adventurous, you know, instead of just glamping, you've got the option to be like, hey mum, me and the brother are gonna sleep in the tent tonight, sort of thing. And there's a little fire there, so with some little logs around it. So yeah, anyway, I'm just adding a little thing onto the back of the house, because that top area is actually the nicest room of the place. I mean, apart from the kids' room if you're a kid, because that's the master bedroom up there, which you will see. Anyway, so I've done the inside quite cozy. So similar to the Irish build, homes with the colder climates have more confined space. So they have less open areas, just because, you know, you want to insulate, keep the heat in, sort of thing. So I've got the entryway, pretty basic, go through a hallway, and then you've got two options. You can go through the little sitting living room, there'll be a spare bedroom back there, and then the kitchen is the biggest part because it's the dining room in there as well. So like I've said, I've taken inspiration from an actual cabin. It's not exactly alike, but I did take the inspiration of having all things quite close to each other. So I was just trying to experiment here. I was like, do I want a nice little bar breakfast table in front of the window? And you'll see I end up not liking that, because I'm like, it just wasn't working. Because then I was like, wait, where am I going to put the dining table, sort of thing? Because I wanted to have at least 6 chairs, because I imagine this home you would bring, I mean, you know, you could bring just you and your partner, or you and whoever, or by yourself, but I imagine that this home would appeal to larger families. So maybe like 3 kids, or, you know, maybe it's like a single sim, and they've brung their son, but then they've let their child bring their friends, like 3 friends or something like that. So I wanted to have the option of, you know, 6 chairs. So, and yeah, I'm just experimenting, like, no, what am I doing? No. And so I was like, no, I don't like that. So I just changed it, which I was happy with the look of the kitchen in the end. So yeah, and I was like, you know what, I can still be in front of the window with a nice dining table. And I went for sort of orange, beige, blue. I was feeling the blue in this room, but I like it. It looked really nice with the little tiles, I thought, with that orange pop. So yeah, I was feeling blue in this room. Yeah, so also the curtains, I know, you know, it's a nice window to get a lot of light in, but it's not looking at anything, it's just looking at a tree. It's not like the backyard or anything like that. So I was like, yeah, put curtains on there, because, you know, if it's, I don't know, if it's super snowy, you want to insulate, so you know, to keep heat in, you close curtains, because glass gets really cold, and that creates cold in the home. So I put curtains on there for that reason. And here we go. What am I doing? Here we go. Now I'm just decorating the kitchen. I like to do that to make it, you know, lots of options, like a bit like an Airbnb when you when you go and book a place, there's usually lots of different knickknacks because they're like, they want you to cook for yourself, or yeah. So I just put some shelves, and there's like some random stuff in there that they've been like, yeah. And that top bit is not attached to each other just because I wanted to use some different shelving to show crockery in that. And I don't know if I'm a noob, I say this a lot, but whenever I do that, it turns the auto shelves off. If there is an actual solution to that, let me know in the comments, because it annoys me that they don't snap to each other and they don't align properly. So I spent a little bit just trying to make sure they were even. So yeah, as you can see, I've just done a really nice little front bit on the deck. They're like just a chair and some greenery sort of thing there. Like the owners, they want people to enjoy their stay, so they want to get 5-star ratings. So they've added a little few things to make it homely and appealing. So yeah. Anyway, just going with the blue again. I just set a typical wooden slat wall with the plaster at the top. The kitchen does have a back splashback. And as you can see, I want you to bring pets with you. Probably most suited to a dog, this place. Bring your cat. I bring my cat when I play The Sims because I feel bad. So if you do bring your cat to this lot, you need to add a litter tray. I did not add a litter tray, just because I was vibing that this place would be perfect for dogs because it's so much open space to run around. And there is a big area for swimming in the back, which most dogs love. So yes, now I'm just adding just clutter to make it, like they've got some boxes there that they've, that the owners are like, yeah, here, like here's, on arrival, they're like, yeah, here's some fresh fruit or something like that, just to make it a bit appealing for guests and that. And now with the logs that you'll see me do, those I thought was perfect, which that cabin actually that I got inspiration from had at the front of the home a wall of logs for your fire, which I thought was really cute. So I didn't do exactly that because it wasn't working with the windows that I picked, but it was pretty cool. And I mean, you want to have a lot of wood if you stay in this place in the winter and the actual real place in Canada. I can imagine that it gets pretty cold. So hoping to experience that one day. I've spent winters in America before, in the South and in New York as well, but I can imagine Canada gets a little bit colder. And yeah, so I love using the sunflowers in my build just because they give a really nice pop of color. So I'm just adding clutter around. I added that book as if it was a guest book. So yeah. And don't forget though, this build is still really nice for just residential. I don't make it, if you, it would still be nice if it actually was a residential. It's just, yeah, I just had the idea that it was an actual cabin that they've been like, yeah, let's make this a place that you can hire. Now I'm just doing the bathroom. So the one on the left next to the kitchen is just a toilet, pretty much. But the one on the next to the living room is got a shower in it because there's a little spare room at the front there. And I didn't want to, you're not going to want to have to go all the way downstairs or, upstairs for a shower. That's just going to be too much of a hassle. And especially, if other people are staying, it's like, well, you should have your own. But also, if there was no one staying in there, you're in the living room. You don't have to go all the way around to go to the toilet. So yeah, just did that. Added a few things to make it. I love using that soap holder. when I do like a half wall like that. I love doing that because it just makes it, you know, look a little bit more lived in. Oh, I accidentally went crazy with the camera there. Sorry about that. Yeah, so just adding a few little things. Toothbrush on this one. Didn't do the toothbrush in this side because, I mean, there's no bedroom on that side, so yeah. But I just put some laundry stuff. Now, I did not use the laundry. I used the laundry pack for some of the rugs, but I didn't put a laundry in. So, just because I didn't really, you know what, I probably should have, but I just didn't. It just didn't come to mind. But, you know, if people don't have the laundry pack, your rugs are just going to get replaced with something else. So here I am trying to figure out what I wanted to do, where I wanted to put. I was like, do I want to shrink them? And then I was like, no, it's not. I was like, oh no, I don't like it there. It's interfering with the slat. So I decided to put them here, right, like in line with the thing. And I was like, yeah, that looks cool. That's fine. But then I wanted to add something on the back so you couldn't see that white. So what I did was I got these from the Eco Lifestyle. And I put them in front, and I just tweaked them a little bit. So from the front, you've got this really nice little greenery, and then I did the other side too because I thought it was really cute. But then there's that little there's that little gap at the top, so I just put some fairy lights up there because I was like, that looks super cute, and I love adding fairy lights. I'm just like, yes, fairy lights everywhere. So yeah, it's like just another little thing. They're like, oh, we want to make the home look a bit cuter for people visiting, so they're like, just add fairy lights, fixes everything. So here I am. I was like, for this spare room, I was like, do I want to put a double bed in and just push it up against the wall, which is pretty common, and in real life obviously you can just get into bed, but Sims, I swear to God, my Sims don't shuffle over to the other side. I've heard that some people have had their Sims, they can use it, but it doesn't happen to me. So I decided to just do single with the little gap on the side there, just because I liked the idea that it's not all not all pushed up, squished up against the wall. It's under the window sort of thing. And obviously there was green going on in this vibe, so sort of dull, but not just because it's like the owners have been like, yeah, just put that old crappy dresser in there sort of thing, which happens to be green sort of thing. So it's not crap stuff, but it's dull because they're like, it's a spare room, and you know, people booking it aren't wanting like luxury unless you know what I mean. So pretty basic room. Just put a little rug in, and I did put a picture in there because I was like, you know, we need a little bit of something going on in there. I was like, what picture do I want to put? So I did the old, just some little character tribal pictures. So yeah, that's that room. And this place has got a lot of yellow light, so except for the basement because that's sort of like it's been renovated. Yeah, so that's sort of older light fixtures and stuff like that. So nice sort of soft yellow light. Except for the kitchen, I was like, I imagine they've obviously renovated it a little bit and they've just put new lights in, and they're like, oh, we'll just do down lights and that, because white light is sort of good when in kitchens if you want to see what the heck you're doing. So now with the living room, which I will, what am I doing? Hang on. There we are, sorry. Oh, wait, hang on. I'm just quickly putting something. Oh yeah, I just put a little whatever in there. Now with the living room, it's quite small. And the inspiration that I got, the place was actually quite small, like the living room as well. So I didn't mind that, just because I was like, you know, it's a cozy room. There's a fireplace there, you know, there's a little TV. And then I was like, it's a little bit too small. I couldn't fit that in. So I was like, you know what? I don't need a thing right in front of the fireplace. You're gonna get warm in that room. nice and warm in that room. So I just focused on adding a few little things just to make it that cozy sort of environment. And I ended up using a few items from the Nifty Knitting, and I really like that pack just because I like knitting and I like craft. I love objects that are sort of handmade and stuff like that. So I did put a rocking chair in here. Didn't put the knitting thing in just because I was like, you're not necessarily going to knit sort of thing at the thing, but I put a rocking chair in just because I was like, it'd be nice just to chill out in that room reading a book. Like I put a little bookshelf there, just rocking away, reading a book while the fire's going, while it's snowing outside. So I was like, that'd be super nice. So that's what I did. And then I did add a few little the hanging pot plants from the Nifty Knitting pack. I really like that pack, that game pack. I think it's really cute. So like I said, I love that sort of stuff. And yeah, that's pretty much it, I think, in this room. Oh, I put some curtain. Do I put curtain? I should. I'm assuming I put curtains in. Just adding a few more little clutter items. Oh, maybe I didn't put curtains in there. Oh, apparently I forgot the curtains. But anyway, yeah. So pretty simple in there. Just yeah. So now I'm just doing the hallway. I ended up putting another little what am I talking about? Dresser, cabinet, whatever you want to call it. And I put some a couple of coat racks in there, and also some shoe racks, and then I've got some coat racks next to the door. And I just pretty simple. I didn't want to clutter it up too much. So now we are in the top room. So this is the master bedroom, and I think the nicest room of the house, just because honestly I would love to stay here in this room with a fireplace while it's snowing outside. And also, really cool little thing that I took inspiration directly from the house was that it has a bath in this room, like directly next to the fire, which I thought was really cool. No toilet, but just a bath. So I was like, that would be so nice to have a bath next to the fire while it's snowing outside. So yeah, I did quite that beigey sort of colors in here, but I was really happy with it. So it looks really cute. I do eventually add some windows into the right corner there where the bath goes, just because my mum suggested. She was like, you know what, you should put some nice open windows there, or bigger windows with no curtains on them, so when you're in the bath you can be like, you can look up and there's the beautiful scenery. So I was like, yes, that sounds awesome. So I do eventually do that. So here I am doing that, and I was like, which bath do I want to use? I was like, I used this nice one, put a robe up there, put a couple of towel racks, so it's been made to be really romantic. I put candles around, and some actual light candles, the ones that, yeah. So I was like, what am I putting here? And I was like, no, I don't put that there. Put that one there, which looks much better. So yeah, I put, just some nice greenery behind, as you will see. And I was really happy with this little room, actually. I'd love to stay in this room. And just a bit of that zen chill out vibe. So yeah, so I was really cute. And I love those big candles, these ones. So I was like, put them there in the corner, and I put the other candles, like those little Christmas sort of candles. Yeah, so it looks really cute. And then I was like, what lights do I want to put up? And I was like, no, they're too low. And so I was like, I'll put the shorter ones up. So yeah, I was really happy. I think it looks really cute. And then I just put some mirrors behind this fireplace, which I thought looked kind of cool. Not the lighted mirrors, but I just thought, it's kind of cool. You're getting ready. And I was like, do I want to put something funky over it? And I was like, no, just not do that. And then the lights wouldn't go over the mirrors. I forget that they do that. So I just end up putting another couple of lights there. I just put a lot of light in this room, like soft light, to be sort of romantic, and did put a comfy couch in front of the fireplace. This is where I do that. So I was like, yeah, and a couple little paintings here and there. So it's like the owners have just, they're like, they get something, they're like, put it in the Airbnb. So, and then I was like, what do I want to put in this little corner? So I just put a nice, just little wooden chair from the Pet Pack, I think it is, the cats and dogs. I actually love that chair. I love wooden sort of stuff. Nice, another standing lamp again. I just put some books around, you know, just for clutter. I thought it was cute, and I actually end up putting just a bookcase here because I thought it'd be really nice just to, if you're having a lazy day, like maybe it's not so good weather out, or it's too cold to go out, or it's raining and you just like want to stay in, and you've just got the fire on and you're just reading in your bedroom. That'd be so nice. So yeah, that's all I do. I was really happy with how this room turned out. And then I just put a whole bunch of pictures on this wall because, like I said, I feel like the owners, they just acquire lots of stuff, and they're like, you know what, just stick it in the Airbnb, stick it in there, it'll be perfect, it's fine, just put it whatever. Because sometimes you go into homes and you think, this is so random, all this stuff, but it works. So yeah, really cute. Yeah, super happy. So yeah, I love it. I thought it was really cute. And now I'm just fixing this window. I didn't like how it was looking. It was a bit weird. And also I needed to fix the basement was doing something funny. So anyway, here we are down in the basement, which we've got a little sauna, which, saying which a lot, is really nice. And this, another direct inspiration, it had a sauna downstairs, which happens in Germany as well. My one of my German friends, when I stayed with her family, they were like, oh, do you want to go in the sauna downstairs? I was like, you have a sauna downstairs? And they were like, yeah, well, when it's freezing cold, we go down there to heat up. And I was like, that's so cool. And also my Norwegian friend said the same thing. He was like, yeah, I have one too. And I was like, that's so cool. So yeah, it'd be really nice, that idea. I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do in there. I just kept it simple. But when it's snowing, and you just like go in there and heat up. But also there's that challenge that you do in a lot of cold countries where you jump in the freezing water and then you just go into the sauna. And apparently it's really good for your skin. It's really invigorating. So I hope to do it one day. So yeah, I took inspiration directly from the cabin again. Now here we are. That blue room is going to be the kids' room, but out here I thought, let's just add a whole bunch of game stuff. It'll be really cool. So I'm just putting stuff down until I figure out where I put it. And maybe a bit of a bigger TV, so for kids, because upstairs you got that tiny little one, but downstairs I feel like the owners have been like, let's renovate the basement, let's make it a games room, so when, say, if you've brung a lot of family and it's, you know, it's not such a good day outside, there's plenty of options for kids to do and people to entertain themselves. So here I was just sort of tweaking where I wanted stuff, because it's a bit of a funny room, but I work it out in the end. So I've just got the llama table, the foosball, and a ping pong table, and obviously a darts. I didn't put a game. I was gonna put a console, but I didn't end up putting a console. Just because I was like, you know what? We don't need video games. They've got plenty of stuff. And you know what? If they want to bring video games, they can bring their own console. But I mean, if you want to add a console, go for it. So yeah, I'm just doing a bit of clutter. This room's a little bit cleaner, obviously, than the ones upstairs, just because it's sort of brand new. Well, it's a lot newer than the other ones. Yeah, so I've just got, but they've still got, like, they've been like, oh, let's pick up just a cheap sort of rug and just pop it down sort of thing. And but I layered the rugs, which I kind of like the sort of mismatched rugs. And I was like, that one's too big, so I just did that sort of size there. And then I put some decorations up, really. Just, you know, some fun little things. And I was like, I swear to God, there was a cooler graffiti item, so I was trying to look for it. And maybe I'm just imagining it, but I thought there was actually a cool picture graffiti. I didn't want graffiti. I didn't want like written graffiti. I wanted like a picture graffiti, but I maybe I imagined it, but I couldn't find it, what I was looking for. So I actually ended up just doing movie posters, because I was like, this is sort of the games movie room, so I was like, that's sort of fitting. And then I just added some cool stuff that would appeal to younger people as well. Like, they'd be like, oh yeah, snowboards. And then that corkboard, I sort of imagine that it's got info for around the, you know, areas and stuff like that. So yeah, actually I was really happy with this room. I think it looks really cool. I'd be so keen if I was a kid, or you know what, even now, if I hide this place out and then I walk downstairs, I'd be like, this is the coolest place ever. I'd be so happy. And I put an easel down there just because obviously if you do have this for your own residential, you've got, you know, some stuff. Anyway, so here I've got the kids' bedroom. So I make a point to add a toddler's bed. So this is where it's coming into an actual like you've hired this place, because normally you're not going to shove all your kids into one room. I mean, you know, sometimes you have to if you've got a smaller place or a smaller budget, but this is as if it's like an actual shared room, and it's specifically for kids to like when people hire. So you could bring 8 sim. You could bring 2 people that sleep upstairs, a teenager or another adult sim, and then you've got 3 kids and then a toddler, and you could bring a dog. That's 8 sims that's 8 spots that could fit in this house. So that's pretty good. And so yeah, I just added a few little kids items, like more for the toddler, because toddlers don't have as much stuff to do. So I did add that kids bed. Added a nightlight because I cannot stand that monster under the bed. It just pisses me off. I just can't stand it. And then I just put a cute massive rug in. Like, there's a lot going in this room, like color wise, but you know what? Who cares? I'd be so keen if that was my room as a like kid. Yeah. And just put clutter, like, you know, they've made a mess of the room, but you know. And I decorate the walls pretty cute. I think I end up putting more fairy lights down there. I was like, yes, fairy lights everywhere. And yeah, so this is where like I'm just adding a few things, like, so that stuff's from that kids pack. So honestly, if you don't have that item probably won't get replaced, it will just get removed, so you can just add your own wall decor. So yeah, anyway, I just put some random stuff up, and I thought really cute, and I'd be so keen to be a kid living or visiting this place. And then I make sure there is a toddler toilet as well. So, and I just went with a normal shower and a normal bath, because the duo bath and shower wasn't vibing it. It wasn't going with what I was wanting, so we're nearly done actually. So just finishing off the bathroom, and then you will be able to see with some Sims visiting and looking like they're having a merry old time. And I got the bath there as well, because obviously toddlers, they just get super filthy, and you have to bathe them. So yeah, I was really happy with this build. It took a while. I mean, what am I saying? It didn't actually take that long, but I spend a lot of effort making it look aesthetically pleasing. Like, I love putting effort into my builds, sort of thing. And I'm actually really enjoying building. I used to not really like building, as I've said before. So yeah, I was going to put plants, and I was like, no, you know what? No, it's better if I just have like a cabinet because, you know, and a broom to sweep up the kids' mess. Yeah, so I think it's really cool. Oh, what was I doing? And that's you can see the balcony very quickly there. I just put a bird thing there. I think I've got a barbecue and stuff like that. So, and I've got a planter boxes. So if you went and visited, Sims would be able to pick some of their own plants to take back home. So yeah, I will, in a second, I will go in and show you what it looks like. Okay guys, here we are, my finished Canadian log cabin. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe if you like my content and you want to see the next video in our speed building around the world. Where will we go? I'm not sure yet, but please give me a like and show your support if you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Have a great day or night wherever you are in the world, and yeah, see you guys. Bye.